seeing Tidal on the Genji. He didn't play it when that was the composition that destroyed Climax's defensive Numbani setup, for example. So I was a little bit, you know, surprised, and he's sticking around on this roster. We'll see if he ends up playing it. I don't think it is going to be the Pharah with the Doomfist deck. Oh, there it is, locked in.
Yep. We go ahead. We're just flipping around a couple different things here. Tidal.
Okay, he is going to be playing the Pharah, though, for real, not with Doomfist, but...
Okay. Yeah, not going to be Yaki. He's going to be running this Widowmaker. Maybe not. So, you know what? Changed my mind. Nope. Changed my mind again. I'm going to stick through. Tidal is like, okay, let's play the Genji instead. We'll go ahead and have this dive potential get on top of Climax. Try to take him down.
Yeah, so it's a mirrored comp with the exception of the Mercy. So Yaki is going to be better boosted, and so I see Mercy with Genji comps. Let's see how this is used, because it might just be to help Tidal get a faster Dragon Blade. If he's the one being pocketed by the Mercy, they're looking to grab this point with the first early Dragon Blade to rush through and have it faster than Ivy does, and before the support ultimate.
Third time's the charm there. Climax makes his way up onto the high ground, gets another headshot in onto Oberon. This has a target painted on his face, it would seem. Has been really poor today.
Yeah,
I have to say, definitely the weakest part of MVP space has been this Winston front line.
Yeah, it certainly has been. So it is going to be boosting the Widow here, not going to be pocketing the Genji, so Tidal is not going to be able to build a Dragon Blade as quickly as Ivy. In fact, look at this already.
Climax, are you kidding me? Finds the quick shot there on the Yaki, on the Tidal. There's no DPS left available. MVP space, they're going to have to change something. Trying to go toe-to-toe with this Widowmaker is not working out. That's why you can see Yaki already swapping over.
Climax is playing the game of his life, or the series of his life, really. I mean, second live series, goes 4-0 against WGS. It was a scrappy one, it was a tough one. Steps up on the Soldier on Numbani, now is looking to be one of the best Widows we've seen in this tournament already. I don't want to say he's better than, say, Ons, for example, but he's living up to those sort of expectations right now with all these headshots. Undyne can't even leave this house. Here comes the dive. Climax, another headshot before he
just goes down. It's on the nose, but Climax's Widow is orgasmic right now. Oberon goes down as Yakpung buys the killing blow in MVP space. Do we just see them be full held twice in a row? Because that's what Climax is looking for.
That is certainly what he's looking for. This time we can't blame it on Tidal and Sombra. We can't blame this one on composition. And honestly, I don't think we can blame MVP space at all. We just have to give credit where credit is due to Climax, who's already built a second infrastructure right halfway there, 50%. Ivy's got this Dragon Blade, or Tidal even, because they're getting these wipes. He can look for a backline dive while everyone's distracted by the Widow. They're actually going for it here.
That's going to force the Transcendence. Yeah, now Undyne has to just try to go over onto the point where they nearly got the first tick coming through, but they are going to be delayed. Climax gets taken out, but Ivy comes in with the Dragon Blade from the backside, looks for the Lucio. One more swipe would take him down. Can he get on top of Fuse? The nice boop comes through, and Ivy will not get anything for that. And Tidal has also been punished with his ult available, and that first tick still has not happened for MVP space. They are still being held at bay. Great escape there from Ivy. Just keep himself safe, and Ardeont comes back in with a sound barrier as they try to stay alive. They try to stay in control. With Bianca going down, it looks like it's going to happen.
Tidal holds the blade, but they had to use both support ultimates there. Fantastic play by Fuse to keep that boop away so Ivy didn't get the kills there, but it still just was not enough. I mean, we're looking at an MVP space who had great dive. This is the comp I wanted to see. This is the comp that they're more famous for. Tidal, the Genji on this squad, we knew it would be a huge asset for them when he was signed to the team. But the Climax snipe shots have just been
goodbye!
Whoa!
A huge asset! Climax just threw that asset out the window. Says, I don't think you really need this.
It's just
a heap of junk anyway. Goes ahead, kills the Cyborg Ninja.
I mean,
12 seconds left.
This is unprecedented Widow dominance on defense on point A. We have never seen anything like this in Korea before. Not this level of dominance.
This is just disgusting.
They've got one more shot. This is it. Blades out.
I'm sure Climax is perfectly happy to have one more shot, one kill, but he's actually been taken down. Tidal with that Dragon Blade does finally shut down the Widow. He'll dash out, tries to outduel Ivy, who will get zapped to death by Oberon. They're finally in onto the point, trying to get the cap. Maba here can buy some space, maybe try to get the remix, but it'd be a bit too risky. He drops it in, has that orb on him, he stays alive.
Violet with
He'll
the
make it
triple.
back in, and Violet is just popping up another one as Yaki goes down, and Yakput has that primal rage. Gets the final hit there onto Oberon, and that's just gonna be it. MVP space, full held on Hanamura. Are you kidding me?
By far the better of the two dive teams. They ran the composition, they kept title on the Genji. It was swapping around, they were messing around in the spawn room. I think they came in confident that this map was going to be their map to shine on. They made the mistake of staying on the Sombra on Numbani. They ran the exact dive that's designed to crush a Widow play like this, but no one could show their heads. And what happened instead was the only dive we saw successful was O2 Ardeont diving into that room through the gates of Hanamura against the attacking team to force out a Transcendence. Never support ultimates available for the Genji of Tidal until the end. Still couldn't make it happen because Violet got a triple. That the real story was Climax killing Tidal every time he showed his head. Cannot even believe what we just watched. This is unprecedented. This has not been seen at this level of play in Korea before. Then in Contenders, and yeah, sure, maybe he's the most famous sniper we've seen so far, but right now, Climax is making a name to potentially be the rival.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I want to be in that MVP interview as I take down MVP here in this match. Climax, good God, the Widow play.
This may be his most memorable night of his career. He may never, ever have a moment like this again.
I hope,
he does.
I hope for his sake that there is more of this in the future, but you're right. This might not get as good as that highlight reel right there.
You know, even if he continues, then the rest of the teams in this group got a problem. That's all I'm gonna say. We do have Tidal on the Junkrat this time on defense to stop, you know, whatever comes their way.
I mean, it's a rough position to be in if you're another team watching this, because no team wants to have a problem with Climax, but they might as this moves forward.
Let's see how well this attack works with the Climax Widow, because he's in the zone. Sometimes when you reach a new level of Widow Nirvana, you feel like against any type of composition you can make it happen. Everyone's knows a solo queue. A lot of Bronze League players think they're going to have this moment too when they lock it in when we already have 5 DPS,
right.
But you know, this is their opportunity to get some opening picks, but if it doesn't work, obviously it's much harder on the attack with the Widow. Might be time to switch.
Looking for it, pushes up here to the gate. Looking for the junk grab, but can't spot Tidal yet. Just sees him for a second, but he can see MVP Space. They're playing so scared back around.
Showing proper respect.
Yeah, they are denying as much vision as humanly possible. Jump forward, however, comes in. Flick to the side, Yaki. The damage is already in, but he finishes off Yaki, then follows up to get Oberon. Now he's looking for more. One tick is all they need, and with 4 members dead, Bianca out of the back, he's gone. That's just gonna be it.
Climax popping off. They're gonna buy a little bit more time here, but you are certainly right. This is over.
That's it.
Climax. By the way, not boosted on either of these points. Yeah. No mercy pocket, just straight up Widow action here.
The Widow of your solo queue nightmares on the enemy team, Climax. Yeah, the coach has got to go in there. They got to say, good job, man, because that was absolutely stellar. He and Violet both having some nice showings.
He does come in and give credit to Violet. Violet's triple kill there on that defense is what allowed them to get the full hold. Had he not popped off so hard there, they probably would have lost point A and we would have had a different story entirely. Might have not been able to see Climax get all those headshots there at the end. But what a game. I know our refs are recording his stats on the Widow. I want to know headshot percentage because it was pretty high. Felt like it was over 50%. Remember, he did this without a mercy pocket there on attack. Good dive to come and damage the targets. He finished them off. Getting that shot onto the Tracer there was amazing. And O2 Ardeont was one of the teams we looked at who got a 4-0. We said they had an easier opponent. It was still a scrappy series. Not sure what to make of this team just yet. But I know what I make of Climax right now. He is a god of the Widow.
Yeah, wonderfully done by him. And MVP, where are you even at mentally at this point after that crushing showing? They're buying Climax and company there on Hanamura. Wonderful performance from them. And now it all comes down to this. It's going to be, you know, our final map of the night to try to push for a tiebreaker on Oasis. MVP needs to win on Escort if they want to do that. Otherwise, They picked up a map win at least, but that could be the only thing for their first 2 weeks.
Let's try to think about escort maps that are not strong for Widow. Because you probably want to stay away from Junkertown. You want to stay away from Dorado. Maybe
Route 66 is fine.
Route 66,
still run that.
Yeah. Well, maybe you want to go to.
I think you kind of might just be screwed, is what I'm gathering. I think pretty much any escort map is going to be wonderful for that. Gibraltar as well is just another one. There's plenty of. All of these maps have just great sightlines for the Widowmaker. They get worse as the map goes on.
Climax
but at the start, I mean, you're coming off the back of a double full hold. You have just been full held on 2 separate maps and embody into this. All of those maps have fantastic starting sightlines for the Widowmaker. So the risk of it happening again is just so strong. It's got to be in the forefront of your mind.
Well, they're going to sub One Fact in now, and One Fact is the Widow player for this team if they're going to be playing one. We've seen Yaki occasionally do it, but you have to sacrifice your Tracer if you're going to be running that. So basically saying that Stella's the key here to open the. It says the key to the house equals victory is literally what this says. We keep having this. We keep having this dry push Doa sign.
Eco push Achilios is greater than dry push Doa.
All right, so just to put this into perspective, we have seen most teams that have struggled with Widow in Contenders so far try to out-Widow the Widow because it's always your best bet, especially if the Widow is killing dive heroes. Here's just the roster sheet of MVP space for you.
Yeah, that's the one that I have on my desk, actually. Right?
Yeah, I've got that too. Like,
same one. They just handed them out.
I've got an Excel file with notes on it back at home too.
That is actually really good, though. I will say
that actually looks just like it.
That is a fantastic drawing.
That's really amazing.
Okay, so it's not exactly accurate. It looks like Oberon. It's a great drawing of the Winston, but he's not dead, so it's not 100% realistic.
Sure. He's smiling and he's alive. So yeah, for today's match, certainly realistic for appearances only, let's say.
Yeah, honestly though,
it says
that's been one of the roughest things here for MVP is that Oberon just has not been able to stay alive.
The fitting part of the sign is it says, "Let's see the light," and
yeah, he's seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
He certainly is, but I think that the light here for MVP space may yet be ahead of us if One Fact can either out-Widow the Widow we're seeing here from Climax, or if they can find a better way to dive. Remember, their best dive has always been with Tidala on the Genji. That's why this made so much sense to me when they ran a Hanamura, but Climax just shut it down. With One Fact, I feel like they have less. They have much.
Look at your bench.
It started to go into my pocket.
It just did a full 90-degree just rotation.
Down now. I'm just going to leave it like that for today.
God.
All right, so anyway.
I don't know how this happens.
It just happens, man.
I happened to look at the monitor, and then I saw your badge, and I was just like, okay. Right. Oh, God.
All right, well, wonderful. We're going to find out what our map choice is here. Oh, no, it's Hero Cam. Pose like Genji.
Pose like Genji. Just do the double finger thing, the focus thing.
Do the finger thing. Why does he do that?
Come on. I'm assuming your girlfriend is trying to goad you into this.
I don't know if they noticed yet. Okay. Oh, she's throwing shurikens.
Oh, he's wall climbing. He's wall climbing. He's wall climbing. Excellent.
All right, that was decent. Next.
Who's it?
Oh, do your best Genji first.
He's ready for it.
Oh, we pulled out the Dragon Blade.
Yo, this guy's ready to go. Nicely done.
Very well played.
I think he might be our winner, unless we have somebody else that can truly impress us.
Okay, all right.
Like, throwing some shurikens. Dragon Blade's out.
Well, he gave
it a nice little twist with a flick of the wrist there.
Yeah, very much moving like water, kind of like Genji does. He's in the running, let's say.
A bit fluid.
All right.
You with the sign. Put the sign down.
She's not putting it down.
I think she's trying to take the sign from him, so he has to do it.
Okay, throwing the shurikens.
Throwing shurikens, or was he making it rain? I'm not sure.
All right. They were born for this. They were ready for this.
Yo,
oh my God.
This kid's popping off.
All right, that was pretty impressive.
He just popped off harder than Ivy.
Yeah.
He's a better Genji than Ivy.
Right there, man.
Damn.
In the studios. So. I'm guessing we have, if I had to guess, some sort of technical difficulty or One Fact's got a problem.
I think we're still just waiting for him to get his settings all squared away. But I'm glad that they don't pop that up on us. I don't know what I would do. I'm sitting down at the desk. We don't have a lot of room. I can't really jump around like that kid.
Yeah, it looks like a way to get like some physical injury for sure.
I could do Torbjorn. I'm going to sit here. You'll be my turret, and I'll just hit the wall.
You could hit me. It's fine. You hit the actual turret.
All right.
Just don't hit me too hard, just upgrade me, man.
Be gentle.
Don't break the turret, okay? Protect it, upgrade it.
Well, we're still waiting to see them get settled in the booth and figure out what our final map is going to be, but I hear that noise. Maybe we're ready?
Like ready.
Yes, we are. It's going to be Dorado. This is a bold one. Okay.
Man. Well, there's a lot of ways you can set up against Widowmaker play on this map if you want to run the Orisa. Would have been better for Junkertown, I would argue, but there are certainly ways we could see multiple tank compositions here where it's difficult for Widow to actually one-shot anyone because she just doesn't do enough damage to do that, even if boosted. So maybe that's their idea, maybe that's their game plan. I'm not even trying to say that Climax is 100% going to be playing the Widow. It's a great map for his McCree if they've got the good setup, but also his even better Soldier. So no matter what, it looks like dire straits here for MVP because they had a great showing on Control, where we had the triple DPS totally fall flat on its face. That was a weird attack, but when it came to normalcy, they had a lackluster defense. Their attacks on Hanamura and Nubani totally shut down by Climax on the Widow and the Soldier, respectively. So they bring One Fact back in. They come in as the favorites tonight. They choose this map. It's a risky pick, but let's see if with One Fact on the roster, they can find the answer. We've seen One Fact's Bastion. We've seen One Fact with the Doomfist. What's it going to be this time? Let's find out, Achilios.
All right, well, I think we're just about ready to go here for our what could be final map of the night. Always that chance that the tiebreaker has to come through for MVP if they can force a victory here on Dorado. And unsurprisingly, Climax is already going to be showing that Widowmaker. One Fact looking to match. Q's definitely not going to be running that Orisa, but perhaps we will actually see the Pharah come through.
Well, the Orisa, you know, that they showed for a moment would have been a pretty good way to deal with Climax's opening Widows. It's going to be a pretty similar composition, but this time he'll be boosted by the Mercy on the side of O2 Ardeont defensively here. So let's see how this duel goes. Ivy already just trying to farm here. Remember, if One Fact can get better line of sight here on this phase, he will have a good opportunity to win the duel, but when we get further into the street space past Fountain, not going to be the case.
Yeah, just gets that one little fleeting tag into Humbaba as he retreats around the corner. He goes low with the mech, but it's just going to be providing that much more ult charge over to his healers. You can see Rain and Violet already up over 33%, whereas Undyne hasn't really had much to heal. So he's kind of getting starved out away from that Transcendence. They'll push in to this underpass here for the moment as One Fact goes up onto the higher ground, peeking into the Bazaar, looking for Climax. Finds a nice headshot, but not going to be able to get the kill.
Has also done virtually no damage because he's had to stay back away from Climax's Widow. So he's just playing it safe, looking for an opportunity. If they kill Climax, that's when he's going to look for the damage. But it's been a safe push so far. Here's the duel.
Finds the one tag, feels comfortable enough to go ahead and peek the underpass yet again. But that Widowmaker's in the vicinity and is hunting for him, but he hasn't changed position yet. But oh my god, could barely see him by a pixel. This finds One Fact's head, takes him down, and Oberon will go ahead and follow suit shortly thereafter. They're chasing forward into the air, looking for Fuse. They can get the Mercy, it'd be a nice little kill, but go ahead, get both supports, because why the hell not?
Are we even sure that he has real eyes? Are we sure he doesn't have some sort of advanced optics?
He might.
Installed?
He does get taken down by Yaki of all people, though. So that was a nice little pick up there for the Pharah as he builds up for the barrage.
Okay, so Yaki is going to sneak around the back here now with the Empress Sight. He has the ability to spot where targets are going to be. Nearly at the barrage, as you say. Dragon Blade coming out.
Ivy goes into the back, takes down One Fact, Undyne dead as well. Ivy will get punished by Bianca, who actually finds a double kill, gets Rain, so no more Mercy available, but Violet is still alive, has a Transcendence. Seems like they will be able to just hold control here for the moment as they wait for Humbaba to rejoin them.
This is the toughest part for Space on Fountain, where they actually have to show themselves.
In onto Oberon, one more would take him down, but he gets that body shot out, but oh my god, Oberon tries to make it out to safety, but will just get cut down. Climax having such a wonderful game here. Well timed, tries to get Fuse in mid-flight, can't do it, but we'll just settle for a little tag there on the Yaki.
This is inspiring. Nothing is impossible. It feels like when you watch Oberon get body shot there at 25% health, he flies through. Ivy with a nice dodge here. But this is just totally shut down. This is the hardest part for MVP Space's counter Widow composition with the Pharah to break through this. Can't get to this choke point. They have to show line of sight in order to do so. Overent's going to pop this Primal Rage, but he's alone.
Yeah, he pops the Primal and basically just goes ahead and backs off. Can't stick around. Yaki gets Climax, though. That's fine. Climax is going to be a nice little kill going through, but Rain, can he get the res off? It's going to be the question. Not sure how much cooldown he's got left onto that one, but Yaki has been dealt with here by Ivy as he rejoins down onto the ground. Discord orb forward onto Oberon yet again. He goes low and has to bail out. Have the D.Va pinned into the wall. Bianca gonna get knocked out. Self-destruct goes in, not gonna be finding the kill, but will allow him to remech and buys them a little bit more time. But now a Dragon Blade comes through, gets that dash reset, finds Fuse, looks for more. They're all contained here into the side room. Bianca desperately tries to jet himself away. Takes it out with his life deck for the moment, but the rest of the team can't say the same. One final melee hit will take down one back, and I think we are looking at 3 consecutive full holds.
It looks like it, man. Climax is a god. We found out today. This is going to be a moment, I think, long remembered for all Contenders fans in the fucher. It's the day that Climax found out that if he pulls out the sniper rifle,
he has ascended.
Yeah, he has. He's on a level. Sometimes when you get to this point as a player, when you're really in the zone, no one can stop you. Yaki is boosted here. He's trying to find that damage. He's gone to Climax. That's his target.
Yeah,
Barrage. They finally removed him, but
he ripped him down. But Ivy comes straight away in with the dash to get rid of Yaki. Undyne has to be rezzed here by Fuse. Overtime ticking down, and they are just picking them off like flies. Bianca in the baby D.Va. One of the last vestiges of hope here for the side of MVP space, but they'll make it back into the mech, so buys him a little bit more time as Ardeont tries to hold out. No ults available, but Ivy is very swiftly building up for this Dragon Blade. Gets it, goes into the back, looks for the Mercy. One more swipe, but get it. Fuse ducks around the side, finishes him off. Can't get much more than that, but still, it's already a huge pickoff there for the Genji.
Look at him, look at him go!
Into the air, Climax finds one back, finds Bianca. They find another full hold, 3 in a row. Absolute insanity by O2 Ardeont.
Climax is out of control. This is too much. And we talked about how one fact was going to come in. He was going to try to counter the Widow if they went to a Widow map. That's exactly what happened. We went to a Widow map. He tried to counter the Widow. He got a few good shots. The trade looked slightly Climax favored at the beginning. But it's just as I said, as soon as we get past the fountain, as soon as we get into an area where there's a choke point or where the defensive Widow is going to have an advantage, as we've seen on this map so many times, he just cannot be challenged by anybody. And normally you have heroes, the counter to the Widow could be a coordinated dive. You have heroes like Winston, Genji, the D.Va. They come in, they collapse on the Widow. They tried to take the Pharah approach. They got that 1 kill earlier, then they got the 2nd kill with the Barrage. But beyond those moments, every time Oberon tried to come in to try to get control over the ground fight with better healing, it just was not going to happen because Climax is not afraid of any tank, any Winston, not afraid of Genji, as we found out on Hanamura, and he just will not be stopped. It's going to be feeling so frustrating to play against this Widow, this level of play where you have to funnel into a choke point. What's the answer? It might be too late to find out because now all O2 Ardeont has to do is push through this checkpoint and get right to the edge of the fountain. And you know what? If they play Attack Widow, I would judge any other team. They try to play Attack Widow here, but if this one runs it, I will just let it happen. I love that his camera shot is not even showing his face, by the way.
Yeah, his Climax is just hiding, essentially. Yeah, needs to readjust the monitor there to get a proper look at him, but here we go. No Attack Widow we found yet. We'll be starting off with the Tracer, so a bit of a divergence here from the side of O2 Ardeont, but again, they just have to go and basically tag point A, and the series is over. MVP space have to go all out on this hold.
It's going to be a long one, too.
The tiebreaker.
Going to need 4 minutes. This first point on Dorado is almost never full health. Super rare to see that at all levels of play. Overwatch League to Contenders. An open division, you don't see it held too often. So MVP space going to have to duel here against the dive composition of the Genji Tracer. One fact, back onto the Sombra. Underwhelming in previous sets, but they can't switch now. They've already subbed him in. It's going to have to be that DPS duel that really wins out for MVP space repeatedly with the defender's advantage. Ivy under focus here.
Pushing forward here. Has the prediction of the Winston and the Diva around
Space
him.
needs to kill now. They need to execute now.
They need to do something. Bianca chunks down. They're trying to heal him back up, but they don't have any bursts. It's just going to be the Zenyatta and the Lucio. They're actually jumping away. Yaki coming around the back, looking for the pulse bomb, throws it in, finds the Diva mech, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. They find Ivy. Bianca's gone. Climax taken out by Fuse. But still, Ardeont are fighting tooth and nail to try to get the completion. Violet being spammed up there by Humbaba was being spammed up by Violet. I have just lost the ability to talk, it would seem.
Everyone knows what you mean.
He tries to kite back. Seems like he'll keep himself alive. The cart couldn't save the baby Diva. The cart is just in front of the station here. MVP space. Now we are meters away from losing this series.
The game plan needs to be to bait out this EMP. That is 100% the game plan. Okay, they get the EMP. It's a very successful one here, for one fact.
Yeah, Ivy and Rain both gonna fall.
The big but of this sentence, though, is that now they've got double support ultimates and a Dragon Blade, no EMP to counter. Fuse needs to make sure he is absolutely in the best position to peel and or get this barrier up, or Ivy is going to slash through these members like butter. They've got a few more shots to this. They're at 150 at the moment in terms of time bank. Here comes a barrier on the blade.
Barrier comes through. Ivy with the Dragon Blade goes into the backside. He's looking for the Zenyatta, finds it. Undyne dies with the Transcendence available. Didn't pop it to save himself. Are you kidding me? Now Ivy rejoining will get hacked out. He's got a very angry monkey chasing him down, but the card is moving in. They'll finally stop it. Bianca knocked out by Humbaba there with that self-destruct pulse bomb. Finds Rain, but they need so much more than that. Uses that. That's gonna be it. 0-2. Comeback. They absolutely stomped down MVP. They suffered 3 consecutive full holds at the hand of this team. 0-2 Ardeont. I thought maybe this would be scrappy. I thought maybe MVP Space would take them down because they didn't have the best showing against WGS.